Outrage and fear after Pastor Ezra Jin Mingri, the founder of one of the most prominent underground churches in China, was arrested and imprisoned last week, along with dozens of other church leaders all across that country. His daughter, Grace Jin Drexel, an American citizen, is now calling on both religious and government leaders to intervene. We sat down with Grace and her husband, Bill, earlier this week. I know it's been over a week since your father was arrested. What do you know about his case, charges he's facing? Do you have any of that information?
We know for sure that they are now detained in number 1 and number 2 detention center in Beihai, which is in a city in the south of China. And their crime is for illegally disseminating information online. But that is just like a very political, just a charge that they would use for persecution.
Bill, it sounds like this latest crackdown has wrapped up dozens of pastors.
Yeah, absolutely. The crackdown that we've seen last week was the most extensive singular crackdown on any church in China in the last 40 years. So what we're seeing is a serious escalation across several cities. It's really nationwide, and this seems like only the beginning. Where
do we go from here? Will there be a fair legal process for your father in fighting these charges?
I definitely, as a Christian, I also believe in miracles, and I think that we are calling for a full, unconditional and immediate release of my family, as well as those 21 others that are detained. Unfortunately, just looking at other cases in China, like other persecuted Christians, like it really would be a miracle if they were able to be released in such a quick and unconditional way. So we are bracing for a longer potential like legal battle and such, but yeah, that's what it'll seem like it will happen.
So Secretary Rubio has weighed in on this. Here's part of what he said. He said, "We call on the CCP to immediately release the detained church leaders and to allow all people of faith, including members of house churches, to engage in religious activities without fear of retribution." Responding to that, China's foreign ministers told NPR, said, "We firmly oppose the U.S. side's interference in China's internal affairs under the pretext of so-called religious issues." So, Bill, is it politics that's driving this? Is it part of the U.S.-China tension? Where do you go?
My sense is that, when the Chinese Communist Party senses that they're about to have a difficult period, whether that's a trade war in 2018 or a trade war now, they tend to want to kind of batten down the hatches on their society. They want to tighten the screws so that they have absolute control in case they're afraid that there's public unrest.
Is there a U.S. role, should there be, with respect to this? I mean, China says this is not your issue, it's domestic. Is there a role that the U.S. can play?
As my father's daughter and my 2 brothers are also American citizens. When we first heard about this, our immediate response was just to ask our government to protect us and to call out for the situation with my father. We know that we are part of a global Christian community, and so we just call out for prayer and call out for just not to forget us and not to forget the Christians in China.
We won't, and we will continue tracking that story.